goes
Turn
around.
4 up against the wall. Turn 4 up against
And
the wall.
right behind him, Robbie Gordon couldn't get
Got one
slowed down.
piled in here now. Stay low, stay low. All down the apron, on the apron, on the apron.
Event this morning up here in turn 4, the critical area of the track. Ed Gartner out of control, gets tagged by Harry Page, and then the 61 of Tom Deeth and Mike Carver. Gartner may have broken a leg in this incident, but the story is turn 4 throughout the last 9 days has been the critical area of this track.
In today's Duron Paints 100, Gary Red Everett in the yellow car lost control in turn number 4, and he came to rest right in the middle of the track. That's when Ronnie Sewell plowed right into him. Sewell just couldn't get stopped in time. The sparks ignited.
Pearson's going to slam the wall as he turns it around. Oh! And Charlie Glotzbach T-bones him. Red flag is immediately displayed at start-finish. A wicked hit right on the driver's side door.
Christian Eckes has been right there 3 races in a row and still
and he had it before this, before that yellow. Here's the final yellow.
Kraus gets into Hocevar, it looked like. And watch this contact. Oh, man. That's as hard as it gets.
That was big.
He got the nose of the car.
And the left, and EJ's left rear.
Right. And then you see
now
this.
Here comes Power right in the groove. Boy, Davey, that one could have really been terrible.
Yeah. And it hit him in a bad position.
Rahal land and see what the story is for Kenny Breck.
And I would suspect you're going to have to run, Gary, because you're going to be in there fairly quickly. Breck picks up the lead. Oh, and Zanardi, with a terrible crash. Yellow is out.
High. Joey Logano gets turned. Elliott Sadler drives through. They're crashing big time at the line. Brendan Poole, first career win at Talladega.
Let's see what the video shows here.
What would you anticipate they're looking at? Because I never saw the caution lights come on, and the only thing I can think of is that NASCAR would have deemed the caution lights came on before they got to the start-finish line, and Poole was not leading at the time of caution.
That's that contact between Truex and Allmendinger, and then Cole Witt turns Kevin Harvick up and into the wall, and Stenhouse and Allmendinger slides along and crashes with Truex. Caution is out. Race is effectively over.
Had a little too much movement when he got pushed, and it unfortunately got him to the outside and opened that door. That is a huge hit.
Let's ride with Noah Gragson.
Hill to try to close that gap some comes down too late, right? Late block, and then kind of causes the big one, and everyone's right there. And there is some massive hits. A lot of cars to the outside wall. Yeah, and pretty much all the cars behind get caught up in this thing. So
the 99 Jim Trado. Buster Graham in the 99 running in the 3rd spot, spinning coming out of turn number 4. And the carnage happens behind him. See the 13 of Jeb Burton involved. Justin Allison in the 88.
Hard contact right there. If it was a tap, it was just the slightest of nudges, but that's really all you need here.
Coming up. Oh, they got together at 3. Whoa! McDowell goes up high. Larson is in it. Reddick's in it. Logano, Wallace, Haley. That all started in turn 3. Cindric tried to lift to prevent it from happening.
Came along with nowhere to go. And Cletus slid up into the outs. Ooh, what a hard hit.
Yeah, so Amber, I mean, she was...
Usry is now in critical condition. I don't know how he survived this. He is now at the Halifax Hospital, will be operated on for most of the night with multiple fractures. Another quick note from an earlier crash, Phil Elliott will be operated on tomorrow.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow, that
picked him right off the ground.
All 4 wheels came off the ground. Randy had nowhere to go.
No, that was Paul Wolf in the 12.
Hey, Paul kind of came down on him some, and they just got together and all went downhill from there.
Boy,
LaJoy just looked up.
Sideways and then tried to correct it. Ben does a nice job. He saw it initially first to get by. You see all these other drivers are going to have to take some evasive maneuvers. There's Cale Connolly. He gets loose up against the outside wall right as this is happening. Then you see the drivers in front of him go every direction. See Kinsey Rushton just barely get by. Lee Pulliam has already made contact.
Well, and I wonder if the reason is you see the impact and how hard it was. I wonder if...
And here we see it again, and they all slowed down. They fanned out looking for space, and you can see it's one of the DAV cars absolutely launched into the air. Unfortunately, the number has, of course, been ripped off, and then subsequent contact from another car. And so a very, very nasty incident.
This is there, Carson Hocevar.
Correct.
Wow. Dean Thompson.
Well, this is what we talked about. You know, the restarts are just going to keep amping up every time we come to the green again, and this is...
Two things happened. He slowed down and somebody nailed him from behind and sent him
right underneath him.
He was forced up to the high side, and then the only thing he could hope for was that 80 car would slide down the hill.
And I think a split second later, he would have slid down the hill.
Yep. Just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
With Andy Hillenberg, what happened out there, Andy?
Another look at it, but I didn't see that David Gilliland did anything wrong. He was right on the bottom of the racetrack.
Oh, my gosh.
Hamlin came flying in there.
Absolutely.
Bill Elliott in the 21.
You know, when you come under that, when you come out of turn 2 back there, Mike, under that bridge, down low, it's pretty hard for the spotters to see that point on the racetrack.
Around. John Andretti spins down to the inside after hard contact with the wall. Oh, he gets slammed hard.
Tim Sauter in the 36 car. Hard hit.
Involved.
Oh, and another one. Fight just got nailed.
There's Brad Teague that hit him.
Oh, he brought him down slow, Rick. Oh, Bobby Hamilton Jr. gets spun around. Bobby Hamilton Sr. takes over the finish line, and problems behind them. David Runeman hitting very hard into the side of the 59 of Bobby Hamilton Jr.
Outside impact has already been made, and now there is Wally Dallenbach back T-boning him, and then also contact with the inside wall.
And right in the driver's door, the worst possible spot a car can be hit is in that driver's door.
Oh, trouble! Big.
Casey Kane gets turned around. Greg Bickle involved. Martin is there. No caution has come out. They're going to let him race back as Gurney piles in, and now the caution.
6. You knew that was going to be big when you saw the 9 coming back across the racetrack.
Okay, here's what happened final lap.
Casey, and Allmendinger put a big block on him, and that's what it was. He put a and man, once you get that grass, you're done.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a hit, man.
Wow.
That was.
Restart. This is going to be down to the wire. Oh, they touched. He's spun out. Carl gets into Keselowski. Carl Edwards will win.
That's it. Checkered flag. Good job, man. You are the man. He deserves it. Good job. That is
I just hope Keselowski's okay here. That corner.
Oh. Looks like Casey got loose and tried to correct it. Got into Sam, and goodness gracious, what
just as we saw the other day. Wow, huge lick by Jeff Gordon. It's good to see him get out of his car.
And Sam Hornish. Both of those cars hit extremely hard on that second impact.
We saw this happen with Jason Leffler's car the other day, get thrown back, and Jeff Gordon wide open, nowhere to go.
Perry Tripp comes off the corner, spins, and the car's still going. Oh, and he gets hit by Doug Reed. Oh, my goodness. Almost all the cars made it. Now Jeff Jones in the 8's going to spin, but so far he hasn't hit anything.
Whoa! That's the Ferrari, I believe.
It is.
And that's Dale. Jeremy Dale is in the number 2 car.
Literally cut it in half. Serious accident here. Main pit straight blocked. Yellow flags out all on the course.
Everybody onto the grass. Now here is the car that they rebuilt, did a lot of rebuilding.
Oh, we've got two
Somebody
cars.
got into it over on the left edge there.
There's two cars crashed on the left, which made
Vinnie Miller and then Ware and Bell came in from behind.
Oh, you could see Ware going to the bottom and clipped Miller, and they slide into the wall, and Bell just gets loose on entry and hard into those other two cars.
But he said it's just like yesterday in practice, which means he was dealing with brake issues.
Hard lick.
Landon Castle down to the bottom of the racetrack, and Derek Cope's car.
Just wanted to go straight.
Cope heavily damaged and slides into the mud in the infield.
Right away. Got to smoke and
that's the left rear
tires down. And he's sideways getting in the corner. And now just hang on here because this is going to get big and ugly.
Check out that camera angle. Great work, guys.
Now watch this thing when it goes back up the hill. Here you think he's going to stay down? You think he's going to stay down? Go high, go high, go high. One made it. Bam!
Oh, what a lick in the driver's door. On our Fox Exmo Extreme Slow-Mo Cam, both drivers have climbed from their cars. They are both okay.